My family law case is the new prey waiting to be picked apart and pillaged.
I guess I'll never get my fresh start from everything being made so impossible.
It simply seems I cannot forgive and be forgiven and move forward.
Sarah's quest for $62,000, legacy, heirlooms, and second chances just hasn't been going right. Welcome back, my Compass Mentis Straight A students, my people, and thank you for joining me as we pillage through Sarah's family law case. Know that one of our people, shout out to Dan, found this cutesy little Kintu Sukuroi shop, and I want to share with you guys. The title just fits Sarah Boone perfectly, right? Broken, made beautiful. Okay, now we've all heard Sarah's side. She wants her $62,000 plus reimbursement for her heirlooms and her legacy. We've also heard Brian's side, and he feels that it should be eliminated altogether because he bears 100% of the cost for the minor child. So, let's hear what the judge has to say. Order setting trial. This cause is ready for final deposition. Accordingly, it is ordered as follows. 1. The parties have affirmed that this case is prepared for immediate trial. 2. The additional hearing time shall be secured pending the final trial if there are motions outstanding that are not included specifically in this order. The parties may, at least 10 days prior, file a cross notice for the same day time as the trial. All of the outstanding motions shall be deemed waived and denied. Waived and denied. 3. The parties have affirmed that all discovery they request for trial has been received. No additional discovery request or motions to compel shall be entered without extra extraordinary circumstances. Sarah. 4. All exhibits must be marked prior to the start of the trial, which will begin exactly at the time listed at the end of this order. All witness lists and exhibits for trial have been exchanged or will be exchanged by this date, August 15th, 2025. And now it's August 25th, 2025. 5. Any changes to the joint pre-trial memorandum or joint equitable distribution spreadsheet or parenting plan should be provided to the court no less than 3 business days prior to trial. The joint EDS should be in the Excel and the joint parenting plan should be in Word. 6. Sidebar. Sarah still has time to submit something to the court 3 days prior. 6. The parties shall inform the court of any stipulated evidence that they wish the record to review prior to trial. Deposition transcripts, case law, reports, experts, etc. 7. The court shall begin the trial with any questions that it may have after a full review of the pleadings and prior orders. Typically, an opening statement will not be necessary. At the close of evidence and any remaining questions by the court, limited closing arguments will be permitted upon request. So, the court is going to take full review of all of the pleadings and prior orders. Sarah has made all of her public letters part of the pleadings, right? There is no need to prepare proposed orders unless specifically requested. The court shall prepare orders and final judgments. If you have not received your order within 14 days or your final judgment, please email the judicial assistant. Shout out to Miss Coffee, is it? Sarah always says, "Hey, Miss Henrietta Coffee, I know you're reading the judge's mail." Trial for this case is scheduled to commence on August 25th, 2025 at 1 p.m. 3 hours are reserved in courtroom 7A in Orange County, Florida. If you are in need of an interpreter, you must bring a certified interpreter with you to all hearings. An interpreter will not be provided to you by the court. Sidebar, do you guys remember when that sign language interpreter was on the news and she didn't even know sign language? She was just waving her fingers around in the air. I have a feeling that that's something that Sarah would do. Bring an interpreter that has absolutely no idea that what's going on in court. So, I wanted to see Miss Jackson and I looked her up. So, I saw all of these beautiful women, but one caught my eye. But there's a lot of Judge Jacksons in Florida, as you can imagine. So, I thought this one looked familiar and I said, let me go over to check Sarah Boone specifically. And there's Sarah just smiling and twitching her mouth away, all on the internet. But then I thought, let me go to Tanika's page. I'm sure I saw a picture. Yep, there it is, Miss Jackson. So I did some digging on Miss Jackson and I want to share this with you guys. I'll be right back. Shout out to my people, Kathleen. I thought this comment was very fitting for this episode. Brian may be on the hook from 2020 to 2022 until he filed his motion. That would be approximately $24K. However, the court would reduce the $1K per month to a nominal amount, then would calculate child support that Boone would owe Brian and reduce the recalculated alimony by child support due to Boone and further reduce it by the money that Brian did pay. Ultimately, I believe it will be calculated in such a way that Brian will owe Boone nothing. In the unlikely event that Boone is awarded anything above $2,500 for her legacy, the trial court will deem Boone as no longer indigent. I like where Kathleen is going, you guys. No longer indigent, and will take 90% of it towards the cost of her attorney and other trial-related expenses. Judge Jackson's mom murdered her dad when she was 3 years old. Her mother was sent up to prison. Judge Jackson was raised by her dad's sister. The bio mom was in and out of her life. Aww. Judge Jackson was officially adopted by her aunt in 2019, and she considers... Sidebar, how cool is that? We have those of us who want justice for Judge Torres and his family, and Brian as well. Wow, we got a judge who is absolutely in Sarah's child's shoes. We got a attorney that walked her to her life sentence. He allowed her to run the show, allegedly, and escorted her right into close confinement. That is, I hope the Torres family is happy. Her aunt to be her mother and calls her mom. This judge knows what it is like to have a jailbird for a parent, quote unquote, former parent. This judge seems to be a huge advocate for children and for their well-being. I very much doubt Boone will get even a quarter of what she has demanded. She will most certainly not get the indefinite, unlimited funding of her phone and text accounts. Brian financially... I'm so sorry. Brian's financial obligations to Boone officially ended April 1st, 2025. Brian is not going to be on the hook to pay her phone and text for life. I saw her May 2025 phone account and Boone made over $900 in calls. She obviously spent money on her text account and commissary. Imagine if Brian had to keep the Boone... I'm so sorry. I'm having flashbacks of her 33-page parental rant where she demanded unlimited text and calling. The audacity. Imagine if Brian had to keep Boone's commissary, phone, and text account constantly in the black with no money limits put on it. Yikes. Boone could end up spending thousands and thousands each month. There is no way a court will say those accounts are Brian's responsibility. Brian and Boone divorced in 2018. Boone is no longer Brian's financial responsibility. Brian did not commit a crime. Boone is a lifer. Now, Miss Jackson has a very powerful story. It's beautiful, actually. I can't play the video because there's music playing in the background, but Miss Jackson tells about being the fourth child born to a 19-year-old mother. Her mother was 19 and she was her fourth child. Miss Jackson's mother took her father's life when Miss Jackson was only 3 years old, which led her into foster care. So she does care and knows from exactly where Sarah's child is how it feels to be the child of a mother who committed such a heinous crime. And she explains how her mother came in and out of her life, and as Kathleen said in her comment, that her aunt was the foundation for her, the same as Brian. Brian is the foundation for Sarah's little man. So while Sarah is actively trying to rob them for heirlooms and imaginary heirlooms and legacy, because as many of you say in the comments, she said on the stand that George destroyed all of her heirlooms, right? But Miss Jackson can see her game from a mile away, in my opinion. And I think it's great karma for her to get a judge that cares about children first. And this is what it's really all about. Her son.
So, George stabbed me in my leg.
From Sarah to the Julian Delphine Creative. Hello again. Thank you for this information and your timely response. Forgive me in advance for possibly coming across with you in my foregoing message, and I have to disagree with you in every fiber of my being that, quote unquote, you completely understand where I'm coming from. You do not, nor ever will. Never. I am grateful for your attempt, but you do not and will not, nor no one will or does. Again, thank you. Thank you for trying and being there with what you can and will. Family law. In my attempts to take advantage of some of the opportunities of help and remedy you have offered, I do not have time to relay quote unquote specific questions back and forth and compile answers and wait, then not know what or how to even apply whatever it is you may send. I am overloaded with everything already and cannot mentally handle much more. I cannot. What I need is an attorney. I need to get my son back and get my awful former husband to do what he's supposed to be doing lawfully. And while all of the contracts and agreements between us are still active, he has made and continues to make his own rules and laughs at me and degrades, shames, and crushes all in front of my son. I do not call anymore, almost 3 months, because of the lies and pain they both inflict on me every moment. The things I could tell you, I cannot and will not send any of my original documents, as I had to almost wait a year for and collect money from different people to purchase from me from my own clerk's website and going to the courthouse to physically pick up for me. I cannot lose these. What also makes this impossible is that the court documents cannot be viewed online from the judge making non-public except for the people prying and exploiting and paying money to receive from the court. I cannot view myself even if I did have the internet. I need an attorney for my family law case. I do not need any more answers to just sit and consume my time while I figure out how to use.
I need an attorney who can file and go to court with me and represent like the precious attorney former husband has to help him violate my rights, take away my son, lie incessantly, spit in my face, step on my neck, and rake me through the mud. Take everything I have left. I need a physical attorney for my family law case. My marriage agreements expire April 2025. Criminal case. I know all of my rights, and I have already have the majority of my case laws you sent me. I can't do anything with them due to the massive ongoing violations of, and because I do not have an attorney other than myself and God. I don't know what or how to fight any harder than what I already am, and with nothing, phone, internet, understanding, privacy, anything. I attempted to get the pens and paper the jail promised on record in the court at my last hearing and ended up being pulled to a private closed room with no other witnesses to be threatened and refused and told to stop asking. I can't even get pens and paper. I have an abundance of ammunition in both cases, but have no cannon to put in. With the top tier law school and team sounds priceless, but what am I going to do with any of it? Back and forth answers and questions? I don't have time, sir, as the judge has ordered the trial of my life to take place in less than 6 weeks after almost 5 years waiting from all the former ineffective court-appointed quote-unquote attorneys who got me in this situation in the first place. Sidebar, because her filming and torturing George absolutely has nothing to do with why she's behind bars. Again, this is just a glimpse into how Sarah treats people that try to help her. I never fired any of them. They all consumed my time, took from me years of my life, and promised me my son, home, happiness, just to lie and abandon the story of my life. The judge's disgusting misunderstanding and retaliations are unfair and wrong on so many levels, especially with the extreme down to the wire timeframes and final completion date of October 7th, 2024. My birthday is October 10th. I'll be in trial. Also stated in his order of forcing me to be pro se, I can't ask for a continuance even if I retain counsel. Page 15. This case shall remain specifically set for trial for the 2-week, now 3-week, trial period beginning Monday, October 7th, 2024, and will not be continued for any reason except by extraordinarily good cause, and such extraordinarily good cause shall not include retention of counsel by the defendant. I'm not yelling. I'm emphasizing my needs. You repeatedly ask if I have any. I need my son foremost. I need a family attorney to be in court with me to inflict fear of myself and the Delphines. I need representation mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. I need my son. Sacrificing can be concluded with an attorney in and for my family law case. This is what I need. There is so much more, but my priorities are listed, and the aforementioned are first. Most important to me right now, it's a joke to me when anyone asks what I need. As said, no one ever will understand even an inkling of anything I am experiencing. My heart and soul are muted and crushed. I'm done with the headache, and it seems never ending. Remember, please, I do not own a white flag, and nothing is impossible to those who believe. Help is needed. Desperate but patient. I am grateful. You will never know how much just for caring and making an attempt and believing in me. I won't let you down. Forgive me if I came across cross. Not my intention, as in everything. I am very emphatic and overdue for real help and relief. I am grateful immeasurably. Thank you wholeheartedly. Applicable scripture. Sidebar, and if you're not aware, these are the documentary people. They want to do a documentary with Sarah, and she's responding to the specific part here where they say, last but not least, as stated above, we will send the documentary film agreement as soon as ready. Perhaps we can schedule a call after you receive the agreement to answer any questions you have. We would like to hear your thoughts on having Lana's involvement in the film project. We believe Lana would be a great asset to the team. Apologies if we are bombarding you with information. And again, thanks for your thoughtful email. Please know that we completely understand where you are coming from. That really ticked her off. We completely understand where you are coming from. Stay courageous, Sarah. Peter and Julian, pro se rights. A pro se defendant, meaning someone who represents themselves in court without an attorney, has the same constitutional rights as any other defendant in a criminal trial. I want former husband to pay, and if I have to badger the hell out of him to do so, I will. I'm so over this with his evil, POS, bitter self. Sorry to bother you. Just a quick thought in prep for another battle on top of all my already. Love you. Thank you. BRB. Stay beautiful. And this is Lana in response to Sarah. I will be happy to do that for you! Exclamation. I have already sent you $40 earlier this morning, as you had mentioned Thursday was the best day. But am I going to tell your former husband? Nope. Evil grin. Has he heard about me? Doesn't really matter if he has, but if he hasn't, hopefully he won't consider me spam or a catfish and delete without reading. Sending him a text right now. I love you. We were writing each other at the same time. I have been consumed by this motion. Yes, call and obliterate. Do you, professional F you. Love, 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 love you. I'll write back in a few. Promise.
Many times would use her claws. I mean, I had scratches on my neck at times, on my arms. I mean, things like that where she'd dig with her claws. For all I know, all the times he got arrested, she started it.
I sent your former husband the message. I told him also, if he had anything to relay back to you, I'd do it. But hopefully he will do it. I gave him my first name, so he knows you're my friend now. I was very cordial and professional because you know the saying, you catch more flies with honey than vinegar. LOL. Well, I text the fly for you. Hopefully he complies. Please let me know if he does. By the way, just so you know, ... I buttered him up a little so that he'll get you that money. I threw a bit of an ego boost to him regarding being a single parent, but I want to be clear with you, Sarah. I'm on your side. I have known how to be able to contact him for some time. His phone number, as on the other cases, on the court website. But I didn't contact him in the beginning. I contacted you. You are the one I wanted to know. You are the one I care about. Anything I say to your former husband is designed in order to get him to comply. My instincts tell me that ego up was the way to proceed. Because from my sales days, I learned that if you stroke a guy's ego a little, they open their wallets wide open. Don't ever worry. I didn't and will never commiserate with him, and he knows that I am a loyal friend of Sarah Boone. I wanted you to know that. I'm your friend, and I'm always here for you. No ifs, ands, or buts. Lana, he is a POS. There is no buttering up shit. Sorry, not. He probably laughed his fat ass off with you trying to relate to him and thinks I put you up to it. That'll especially make him do the opposite of what I need. He does not care, and of course, he did not send anything. After you, me, and my friend messaging, he still did not. Don't try to make him care or have sympathy. He is emotionless and coarse and loves to make fun of me. Either way, thank you. We'll try next week. So his phone number is listed online on the arrest report? Too bad others didn't get and harassed too. Remember he called me a KILLER in front of my son, who he took 200 miles away from me? Brainwashed, scrapped my car so I can't get to him, and told me he moved where he did because it's close to the prison. Remember, it's hard for me not to. All of him. A for effort. Thank you for providing and me being able to get some lotion and snacks. I saved half so I don't go into the negative next week. I'll probably have the same $7 like this. I'll try again with POS then. Love you. Thank you.
I don't know. I wasn't there, so. But I know she could get violent at times.
Okay.
But I mean, I don't know. It wasn't anything too, I don't know, too much. I mean.
Okay, so we were having a really good day, and we went across the street to Muldoon's, and everything was good and fine and dandy, and because I talked to another guy because he left, came in there, and I got so mad. So I asked someone for a cigarette, and it happened to be a guy. So he walked in and got super pissed because I asked for a cigarette from another guy. I came home. Mind you, my car is across the street still.
Okay. So you get home, you go inside.
Oh man, let loose. When I say ragdoll, do you know what that is?
I know what a rag doll is.
Oh man, I was ragdolled.
Okay, but I need
kicked me
you.
in the face.
Okay, I need you to elaborate. Like, you walk into the house. Did you start arguing? He started calling you names. You said he was.
No, I walked out. I walked in and I walked to the back. I just wanted to smoke a cigarette and just go to sleep. I just literally wanted to I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. I'm gonna go to sleep.
And then as you're making your way to the back, what
I
happened?
got caught on the stairwell.
You got caught on the stairwell. So he caught you on the stairwell. And what did he get in front of you? Started confronting you, telling you anything? What happened?
It was bad.
Okay. Elaborate, Miss Sarah. I need you to tell me exactly what happened so I can help you.
My heart is like, I don't want him to get in trouble, but I want to go to sleep. I just wanted to go to sleep. I just wanted to go to sleep. I didn't make it to the bed. He caught me in the upstairs.
Like in the hallway? What do you mean? Like, I see your eye. What you said he kicked you in the eye.
That's what this is. That's what this what?
Were you on the floor when he kicked you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how did you get to the floor? Did he push you? Did he pull you? How?
Normally what I do is, because he does it so often, I just go to the floor. So I'm pretty sure, I don't really recollect. I went to the ground.
Okay, and then that's when
I'm
he
so
kicked
sorry.
you?
I'm so sorry.
No,
I'm cursing
no,
in front of you.
that's fine. I don't mind.
If you made it this far, you know I appreciate you, and thank you for joining me as we pillage through Sarah's family law case. See you on the next episode. Bye.